It's funny how y'all over there trying to diagnose my child. He is okay. Pray for his little cold to go away. What y'all want to see the medicine take? No, none of your business. You feel me? Like, y'all just overly doing too much on this life. They say Chrisean finna be on the run because somebody was able to send pictures to the police department of Chrisean's junior genital parts, and they said he was bleeding from his diaper. She allegedly has not been taking him to his hernia surgeries, so they're not up to date as well. He also has severe diaper rashes. I worship you, Father. I worship you, Father.
Now that's poison. No, I'm not good. I'm not good. You made me right away. Are you going to Hold on, sit. Are you going to Not with the baby in your head.
Sorry, guys. What are we doing? What are we doing today, Chrisean?
It looks like someone finally made that serious call to child services after everything unfolded with Junior and Chrisean, and the situation has people talking non-stop. A video started circulating showing the young child struggling to breathe, choking on mucus, gasping for air, and crying in visible distress, and viewers were genuinely alarmed by what they were seeing. What really rubbed people the wrong way was how calm and dismissive Chrisean appeared during the moment, which caused even more concern. This moment hit harder because it was not the first time people have questioned Junior's safety. Looking back, many are now rethinking the times Blue spoke out and was painted as dramatic or bitter. At the time, a lot of folks thought he was doing too much, but now people are saying he may have been warning everyone all along. The pieces are lining up in a way that makes the past look very different. For those who missed it, the incident happened during an Instagram Live a few days ago. Chrisean was on camera while Junior could be heard in the background sounding extremely congested. He was coughing, wheezing, and clearly struggling to breathe. The comments filled up fast with people telling her to check on him and make sure he was okay. Instead of immediately stepping away to help him, she reportedly argued with people in the chat for a while before eventually giving him medicine. Even then, it didn't seem to make a difference. What really shocked viewers was when she allegedly suggested that the toddler was faking the cough, which left many people stunned. People quickly pushed back, saying things like, "Fake cough, that baby is struggling, that's wheezing." Many also pointed out that they usually avoid speaking on children, but this situation felt too serious to ignore. The concern wasn't coming from gossip, but from fear, because breathing issues in a child are not something to play around with. Longtime followers were quick to point out that this isn't an isolated situation. According to past claims, Junior has allegedly been placed in unnecessary danger since birth. There were earlier accusations made by a family member shortly after he was born that caused a lot of controversy online. While those claims were never officially confirmed, they added to the growing concern around his health and care. On top of that, Junior reportedly needed surgery for a hernia after he was born. Blue publicly claimed that the procedure kept getting delayed while his son was in pain. He shared his frustration online saying, "I don't care about Chrisean's feelings. My son is hurting every day and she's acting like it's not a problem. You had a baby on live. You're mad about the truth being live."
Baby was being made and did nothing. You did nothing. You watched her. You watched her because you were scared she was in control of the money. I wouldn't have gave a about that money. I'd have snatched her up and took her to home and made sure she at least got the mental help and counseling that she needed during her pregnancy so that she wouldn't have to regret it for the rest of her life. But don't point the finger at me, because I ain't never smoked no weed, drunk no liquor. I never did nothing while I was pregnant. I took my vitamins every day, even though they made me nauseous.
You had chlamydia? Your mother instincts didn't kick in. They said we were going to do a C-section. Guess what? You refused. You didn't want to mess up your little tattoo. Or you didn't want to get cut, right? Oh, all right. Where your mother's instincts was at then? Because you sent through that infected canal, right? You did.
That statement caused a huge divide, with some supporting him and others defending Chrisean. And just when things couldn't get more serious, another situation came up months later involving leaked medical information. A nurse allegedly broke privacy rules by sharing Junior's medical records. According to what was circulating, the child may be dealing with more health issues than people originally believed, which only made the concern around this situation even heavier. The report claims Junior is dealing with multiple medical issues that were allegedly linked to behavior during pregnancy, including smoking and drinking, which immediately raised red flags for a lot of people. As if that wasn't already serious enough, it's also being said that someone connected to Chrisean's circle sent photos to CPS showing signs of medical distress involving Junior, and that situation is what reportedly pushed Child Services to finally respond to the growing number of complaints about his condition. With all these questions flying around, a former CPS worker stepped in to explain why Chrisean still had custody at that point, even with medical paperwork circulating online. She explained that when it comes to social services records, every time someone accesses a file, it leaves a digital trail, which is why professionals are extremely careful. According to her, leaked records usually means someone broke serious rules, not that CPS ignored the situation entirely. Long story short, Junior's medical information was leaked without authorization, and the documents listed several serious conditions, including developmental and neurological concerns. Those reports quickly sparked one big question in the comments: where was CPS this whole time? The former investigator explained that people would be shocked to know how many babies who test positive for substances still go home with their parents. In many cases, CPS checks the living situation, makes sure basic needs are met, and may offer services, but removal isn't automatic like people think. That's where a lot of frustration comes in. Chrisean has reportedly been getting reported to CPS for a long time now, and many people feel that if authorities were truly concerned, action would have been taken much earlier. Not too long ago, she was live streaming on Twitch when her account was shut down after an incident involving Junior being left in a parked car while she was distracted on the phone. The situation escalated quickly, viewers mass reported the stream, and the account was removed from the platform before the live even ended. Things get even messier from there.
Chrisean finna be on the run because somebody was able to send pictures to the police department of Chrisean's Junior genital parts, and they said he was bleeding from his diaper. She allegedly has not been taking him to his hernia surgeries, so they're not up to date as well. He also has severe diaper rashes, and it's just like, it's getting to a point. If this is all true, I feel like they should just go ahead and place this baby in a good home, or she needs to take parenting class. Instead of chasing all these men that's not doing you no good, do better for your son. Do right by your kid. Like, we want to see him in a healthy position. It's been like one thing after another when it comes to that baby. It first started when she was in Walmart and his head was hanging over while she had the dog in her hand. But Blueface told us and we thought he was lying. And I just find it so crazy that neither one of her family members want to take the baby and help her with the baby. I find that so strange.
For a while now, rumors have been floating around that Junior may have mobility issues and struggles to walk on his own. Chrisean has denied those claims repeatedly, but one of her former partners later spoke out and contradicted her publicly. That revelation added another layer to an already complicated situation and left a lot of people wondering what's really going on behind the scenes. According to what Bino shared, he claims the reason Junior allegedly struggles with walking is because Chrisean refuses to take him to therapy, which immediately set people off. He described a moment that really disturbed him, saying there was a time Junior fell off the bed and was left lying there crying while Chrisean reportedly refused to even pick him up. That story alone had a lot of people shaking their heads and questioning her judgment, and things didn't stop there. Members from her own church circle have now started airing things out online, and that's when the situation got even messier. Several videos of Chrisean and Junior at church began circulating, and in those clips, viewers pointed out that Junior didn't look as healthy or stable as Chrisean has been trying to convince everyone he is. People watching said the footage raised more questions than answers. There's also been a growing rumor about why she allegedly avoids therapy altogether. Some people believe Chrisean feels that prayer alone is enough and that church blessings will fix everything, including issues that may have started during pregnancy. Whether that's true or not, the idea alone has caused serious backlash, with many saying faith should never replace proper medical care for a child. Because of all this, public pressure has only increased for CPS to take a closer look. A lot of people feel Chrisean has repeatedly shown she isn't equipped to handle Junior's needs, and the excuses are getting old. At the same time, some viewers are also shifting part of the blame toward Blue. One comment that stood out said something along the lines of, "At what point do we hold Blue responsible too? He's not locked up anymore. If I saw videos of my son struggling to breathe online, I'd be on the first ride to get him medical help." Another comment took a darker tone, with someone saying they feel like the situation reflects extreme neglect and a complete lack of urgency when it comes to Junior's safety.
I leave my child in no freaking car. He was outside where everybody was standing. It was multiple people sitting around his stroller, waiting for me to get off the phone, because my child father is over here being demonic, don't want to support me, don't want to do nothing, don't want to send me nothing. He talking about sitting in the house. Because, what? I have a great support system. I have help. I have Pastor Mike. I have Tim Bone. I can name. I have Arissa. I have a lot of support that's there for my son. I don't have to pay for anything. Diapers, wipes, clothes, you name it. No, I'm not homeless. That's the other thing. Stop. Y'all weird. Especially that whole side. Y'all never cared for my son. What the heck? First it wasn't his. Y'all kept saying that. First it wasn't his. Then it was he's retarded. Then it was that. Y'all kept saying he was retarded.
While emotions are clearly running high, many people agree on one thing: the child's well-being should come before pride, excuses, or online drama, and the adults involved need to step up in a real way. Some people believe that kind of outcome could lead to serious legal consequences, which is why they think giving the child up would shut down any questionable behavior completely. That's also why many feel she suddenly makes a point to be on camera showing herself taking care of him. Almost like it's more about protecting herself than actually protecting the child. A lot of people watching this situation unfold believe the stakes are way higher than Chrisean realizes, because continued allegations and public evidence could lead to serious legal trouble if authorities decide enough is enough. That's why many think she's hyper aware of how things look online now, constantly making sure a camera is rolling whenever she's around Junior. To critics, it feels less like genuine care and more like damage control, almost as if every post is meant to say, "See, I'm doing my job," instead of actually addressing the deeper concerns being raised. From the outside looking in, people feel like giving Junior up to someone more stable would immediately remove the pressure and stop the non-stop scrutiny. But Chrisean appears determined to hold on no matter what. Some say that's because admitting she can't handle it would mean admitting everything people have been accusing her of for years. Staying visible, staying loud, and staying online seems to be her strategy. Even as the criticism piles up and the public grows more frustrated with what they see as performative parenting, what really bothers viewers is the timing of it all. Whenever backlash spikes, suddenly there's a new clip, a new post, or a new moment showing her feeding him, holding him, or talking about motherhood. People aren't blind to patterns, and many believe these moments don't pop up naturally, but appear exactly when pressure hits the hardest. That's why trust is at an all-time low, because it feels like optics are being prioritized over actual long-term care and medical consistency. At the same time, the audience isn't just mad anymore, they're exhausted. They're tired of hearing the same explanations, the same deflections, and the same excuses whenever serious questions come up. People keep asking why real solutions aren't happening behind the scenes if everything is supposedly fine. Therapy, follow-ups, and stability shouldn't be controversial topics. Yet every time they come up, they turn into arguments instead of action. And that only makes things look worse. In the court of public opinion, many believe the truth eventually shows itself no matter how carefully someone curates their image. Being on camera can only do so much when real-life issues don't magically disappear off screen. That's why people keep saying this situation won't calm down until Junior's well-being is clearly prioritized without needing an audience. Until then, every post will be questioned, every move will be analyzed, and the pressure will keep climbing whether she likes it or not.
Notes in my phone. Who got my phone?
You have what?
Notes.
Notes?
Yeah.
What kind of notes do you have?
The word.
And why's your tooth in?
Oh, it's a special day.
Oh, it's a special day.
Yeah.
Would I allow you space and time? I think Pastor Tim took care of it pretty good. We dedicate this child unto you. We dedicate his life unto you.
Here's how this whole thing wraps up, because at this point, the internet isn't confused anymore, it's fed up. People aren't just gossiping for clicks, they're reacting to a pattern they feel keeps repeating over and over. Every time concerns get raised, the response looks more like performance than problem solving. And that's why the pressure hasn't died down at all. Folks aren't asking for perfection, they're asking for consistency, accountability, and real action behind the scenes, not just curated clips when the heat turns up. What really keeps this situation boiling is the feeling that nothing changes unless the spotlight gets too bright. When things are quiet, people say Junior barely gets mentioned, but when backlash hits, suddenly motherhood becomes the headline again. That cycle makes people question intentions, because real care doesn't need a countdown, a camera angle, or a comment section to exist. It's supposed to be there whether anyone is watching or not. And let's be real, the public isn't just side-eyeing Chrisean anymore. They're looking at everyone involved. People are asking why more adults in Junior's life haven't stepped in louder or faster. When something looks off, silence starts to feel like agreement, and that's why so many viewers are spreading responsibility across the board now. The energy has shifted from "this is messy" to "this is serious." And once it hits that level, there's no rewinding the conversation. Another thing that keeps coming up is how normalized chaos has become around this child's life. Folks are saying kids shouldn't grow up surrounded by constant drama, online wars, and adults arguing through screens. Stability isn't flashy, but it matters, and people feel like Junior deserves peace more than content. That's why so many are saying this shouldn't be about pride, clout, or proving anyone wrong anymore. It should be about doing what actually protects him long term. What's wild is that a lot of viewers don't even sound angry anymore. They sound disappointed. Disappointed that after all the warnings, all the chances, and all the talk, things still look shaky. Disappointed that the same excuses keep getting recycled instead of replaced with action. And disappointed that a child keeps ending up in the middle of grown folks' unresolved issues. At the end of the day, cameras don't raise kids. Consistency does. Being visible online doesn't automatically mean things are right offline. And people know the difference now. The audience has grown sharper, less forgiving, and way more aware of patterns. And once the internet locks in on a pattern, it doesn't let go easily, especially when a child's well-being is involved. So until real changes are obvious without needing a live stream, the conversation isn't slowing down. Every post will be analyzed, every move will be questioned, and every silence will speak louder than words. Whether anyone likes it or not, this situation has crossed into a space where people feel they can't just look away anymore. And before you dip, make sure you smash that like button if you're riding with us, tap subscribe if you're a real one, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single messy update. Trust me, you're gonna wanna be here for the next video.